morning, everyone. Jill here with Hillbilly Jilly's Garden and Canning. Today we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of your gardening and your canning. We're going to give you some helpful hints. It's harvest time right now here in Texas and probably in much other parts of the country. So we want to go over some basics with you and show you what you can and cannot do when it comes to vegetable planting, harvesting, and canning. So join us now as we start breaking into things. I want to show you everything that we've done with our vegetables this year. We've done canning and we've done freezing. First, I want to show you that we've done our cucumbers. We've done them both ways. We have garlic dill spears and we have hamburger dills. You can go back and refer to my videos and see how the recipes vary. We've also canned our green beans. You may recall from my videos that we had quite a harvest of green beans this year. Another thing that's a Texas favorite is we have canned our jalapenos and pickled them. We have canned our red tomatoes and we have canned our lemon boy tomatoes. We also have taken the time to freeze our cantaloupe. There's not a way to can these, so we freeze them in individual bags. Again, you can refer to one of my other videos on how to do this. And we have frozen our squash and zucchini. These are vacuum packed, so they will last us throughout the year and we'll be able to enjoy them. I want to show you some of the fresh vegetables, and today, later on, I'll be doing a video on pickling watermelon. What we want to talk about is safe canning methods. First, make sure you get a reputable jar. We use Ball and we use Kerr. We noticed a couple of things this year regarding the Ball and the Kerr lids. The first ones that we bought and started to use were only good for a year. The lids were only good for a year, but now Ball and Kerr have both come out that says now valid up to 18 months. You need to pay attention to that. Read your boxes, read your instructions. Be aware of how you're preserving your food. Another thing you want to be sure and do is harvest your seeds. We use only heirloom seeds, non-GMO, and we do harvest for our next year. One other thing you want to invest in is a reputable canner. This is a Presto canner. We have used it for several years. We love it. It does us a great job. You want to be sure and get your, if you use the dial canner, you want to be sure and get it calibrated every year. A couple of things to remember when you've canned your goods is you do not want to leave the bands on. You want to make sure that your lids have sealed. A good way to do that is take the bands off and lift them up by the seal. This way you know that your jars are safe and they have been properly sealed. If you leave the bands on while they're in your pantry, you run the risk of not knowing whether it is sealed correctly or not. Be sure and take your bands off before you do your storage. Before you start your canning process, be sure that you are using good jars. Inspect the rims. Make sure that there are no chips. Also, you want to sterilize them. There are a couple of ways to do this. I put mine through the dishwasher, or you can put them in some very hot, steaming, boiling water. Either way is fine, just make sure you do sterilize them. These are your lids. You do not want to use these more than one time. These are one-time use only. Be sure you put these in very, very hot water, not boiling, just very hot water, so when you go to seal them, they're ready to go. You can reuse your bands. Some people sterilize their bands by putting them in the water along with the lids. Some people don't. It's up to you. I do not do it most of the time. If I'm doing hot water canning, hot water bath, I will do it. If I'm doing pressure cooking, I will not. There are many things that you need to know about hot water bath and canning. The things that are safe for you to do a hot water bath are your pickles. Anything else you probably need to pressure can. Our jalapenos also are safe for doing just a hot water because these have high vinegar, high acidic content. So these would be safe if you just do a hot water bath. Anything else you need to pressure can, you need to refer to your canning book. Make sure you're getting the poundage right. Make sure you're getting the time right. It's very important. Canning can be very easy and very fun and very safe if you follow the instructions. But it's very important that you do pay attention to the instructions of what it is you're making. For instance, we have chosen not to can our squash and zucchini. We have chosen to freeze them because we don't feel like there is really a safe method right now of canning squash and zucchini. It has a low acid content, and so it's better for us to freeze our goods. Also with the cantaloupe, there's no safe way. However, today, as I said earlier, we are going to hot water bath our watermelon because this recipe, which I'll share with you, includes vinegar, and so it will bring the acidic value up and be safe for us. All in all, gardening and canning can be fun. It can be very rewarding for you and your family and friends. There's nothing better than being able to share what you've grown throughout the year and what your hard work has done with your family and friends. Get everyone involved if you can in your family. Teach it to your kids, because this is something good to hand down. It is kind of a lost art in America, and it's something that you can continue to do throughout the years to provide for you and your family. Gardening is time consuming, canning is time consuming, but I do work a full-time job and I'm still able to plant my garden and to reap from it and to do my canning on the weekends, which I enjoy doing. I know what's going into my mouth throughout the year, my family's mouths. We all enjoy this. There's nothing more rewarding than taking your fresh vegetables and your canned goods to your family and friends and letting them enjoy them too. We do not use insecticides, as you know. We do not use herbicides. Everything is just as the Lord intended. We like it that way. And my goal this year has been to can 150 jars. I'm very close to that. I think that I'll probably top that off in the next couple of weeks and maybe even surpass it. But I encourage you and your family to get back involved in gardening and growing your own vegetables and doing your own canning. Taking care of your family the natural way and making sure that you know what's going into their mouths throughout the year. So later on today, as I said, we are going to be pickling our watermelons. I'm excited about this. This is a recipe that I did get off the internet and I am going to share with you. I believe it won an award in the Minnesota State Fair, so we're going to try that out and we'll let you know how that goes and we'll share that with you. But anyway, happy gardening, happy canning, and get out there and do this. It's not too late. There is time for a fall garden planting, which we're going to be doing, and we'll share some of those videos with you. We do have a greenhouse, so we'll do some greenhouse gardening this winter and share some of those with you and what we learned. I've not quite mastered that one yet, so we can learn together. But anyway, thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for being a part of all this great food processing, and I hope that you'll subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to visiting with you more, and we look forward to sharing other recipes with you. Take care of yourselves, and God bless.